There's three types of focus. There is inner focus, the ability to be aware of your environment and the wider, oh, sorry, this is the wrong one. That's outer focus. Okay, the wrong animation. So there is, yes, inner focus is the first one. There's a mistake in the slides. The ability to be self-aware and focus on your inner thoughts and reflections. That's inner focus. Outer focus is the ability to be aware of your environment and the wider world. And other focus is the ability to focus on others' relationships. We've done social productivity with our other focus and outer focus. But today, we're going to focus on inner focus. Yeah. So, inner focus is this one, the ability to be self-aware and there's a mistake in your slides, please correct it. This is inner focus. No. Keep going. You just strike it out. You just do it yourself in your notes. Okay? And we'll do it later before we send it out the slideshow. So it just changes to inner. It's about being self-aware and focusing on inner thoughts and reflections. How to develop inner focus? You have 3 steps. Number 1, remove distractions, external, internal. Number 2, calm your mind. Number 3, schedule and execute focus sessions. We'll talk about each of these separately. Number 1, removing distractions, external and internal distractions. There are 3 main sources of external distractions. We all know them. The internet, our smartphones, our children, wives, husbands, and anyone who comes in between. Now again, I'm defining distraction as anything that takes away from your inner focus. I'm not trying to put labels here, but just to give your inner focus, inner reflections. So, how to manage them? For internet, unplug the internet. Jibril gave me the dirtiest look ever. He's like, on my dead body. I am not plugging out the internet if anything happens. Okay, no, seriously. If you want to develop inner focus, the temptation is too great. You said, yeah, I'll try to focus, but then the urge, check our emails first thing, right? You didn't even say, Alhamdulillah, alladhi ahyana ba'da ma amatana ilayhi nushur. You're saying Twitter, Facebook, emails. That's the first thing you see. And I realized that whenever I did that, what happens? You're constantly distracted. You go into salah, your mind is buzzing. You know, oh man, that guy sent the email, that person on Twitter, and then your mind is buzzing. You can't focus on your salah, you can't focus on your adhkar, you can't focus on your Quran. Then I said to myself, you know what? I'll stop doing this. I'll buy a normal 1980s alarm clock. Those things, yeah. Those old machines we used to have. I use that, wakes me up, I wake up, I don't check my phone. I get up, I do adhkar, I do wudu, I go pray, I read adhkar, I do Quran, I come back home, I exercise, I do my planning, I do my writing, I spend time with my wife, I have breakfast, I go on a long commute, listen to audiobooks, I get to work, I plan my day for the work, and then I check my emails. It's like, that was awesome. I'll do it every day. And I did, and it's awesome. So disconnect time is about choosing a time that you say, this is the time I will disconnect. This is the time, could be from 5 a.m. up until 7 a.m., that's fine. Or more or less, up to you, but choose a time. Say, I'm going to disconnect from this time to this time. I will not even think about this. This is not even the time to get connected. If you want to be a bit advanced, you can have twice. One in the morning, and one you come in the afternoon. Come back from work, put your phone in a drawer, that's it. Forget about it. Till next morning. You will, trust me, test it out. I cannot describe it. It's like bliss. You're there, you're like, your mind is stress, you're not under this constant going on around you. Disconnect time. That is the most powerful way to help you overcome this urge to check and to Google and to look at things. Now, if you cannot do disconnect time, if you were like, my life will stop, my heart will stop if I don't check my phone. The next one is to stop notifications. Ding-ong, ding-ing, dang-ong, dang-ing, dang-ong, ding-ong. Stop it. Oh, and you know that annoying red badge? You have 55 unread messages? Take it off. Remove it. And guess what? Imagine you're at home and someone comes, hello. You're like, okay, go out. 2 seconds later, hello. Okay. Third time, hello. You'll punch in the face. We allow our phones to do that. Ding-on, ding-ing, ding. It's basically somebody barging into your house, barging into your private sector. Every man, hello, hi, hey, I'm here, hi. Come on. We need to stop this madness. Stop notifications. All those pop-ups. Oh God, you're working? Skype chat. Hi. Who are you? I don't even know you. Right? Stop, turn off notifications. If you have your phone, turn off the notifications. By the way, when you get your phones, I'm going to expect all this to happen. Turn off notifications, remove these red badges. And again, you choose when to be distracted. You choose when not to be distracted. Extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. You will be amazed. Yesterday, I think the sister was mentioning about in the morning, reading the Quran, you're saying, and then a WhatsApp message goes in. It could be important, could be your family member, but if you didn't check it, you know it's there. I have people say, oh, my boss sends me emails 3 o'clock in the morning, he expects me to reply to them. He goes, the only reason he sends you email 3 o'clock in the morning is because he expects you to check them. If you don't check them, he will learn never to send you 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's because you're not productive. Like 3 years.
Exactly, he's not being productive. Send productions.com. Tell him, visit productions.com. Anyway, so stop desktop notifications. Stop mobile notifications. Now, here's the next one. If you can't do that, for some reason you just attach this red thing. Make yourself invisible online. I'm offline. You know this WhatsApp says last seen on? Ooh, that's dangerous. Don't put that on. They should know when you was last seen, because they know, oh, he's last seen 5 minutes ago. Hello. Come online here and talk to you about something. Make yourself invisible. Then there is also what is called internet blocking software. It's a software called Mac Freedom. I think it's for $10, I'm not sure. Best investment ever. You put in how many minutes you want the Wi-Fi to be shut off. And then, by the way, be careful how many minutes you put in, because even if you restart your computer, it still doesn't work. It is serious stuff. So you got to make sure 45 minutes. But this also helps you to block internet. Easy peasy? Can be done? All right, next one, smartphones. Same thing. Oops, sorry. Disconnect time. Same idea. Hide your smartphone. Hide it. Put it in a drawer. When you see your phone, it's like, I don't use a bad example, but you see your phone, you really attract, you want to go and see it, you want to go and check what's in there. So hide your phone, put it in a drawer. That's why I come back home, I put my phone in a drawer and I close the drawer. I don't see it. Out of sight, out of mind. I'm gone, forget about it. Hide your phone, of course, same thing, turn off all notifications, put phone on silence. You can have 2 phones, not 3 phones. 2 phones, one for work, so that when you come back from work, you can turn it off. Some people say, maybe it's emergency, fine, you can have one for your family. And then you can have one for yourself if you're able to. But have 2 phones, but put phones on silent. This is the second way to get rid of your smartphone. By the way, it has been shown that phones and internet are as addictive, if not more, than heroin and cocaine. The part of our brain that's addicted to our phones is the same part of our brain that sees heroin and cocaine. That's the way the part gets addicted to heroin and cocaine. And one of the reasons for that is that it's almost like, let me put it this way. Have you ever opened your email and there was no new messages? It hurts. No new Facebook likes. No Twitter mentions. I have 100,000 followers, not a single Twitter mention. Because what we love from our phones is the element of surprise. Oh, we don't know who's going to text us next. Ooh, it's Eid. every day. We don't know who's going to email us next. Could be that long lost friend. So the element of surprise is highly addictive. And that's why we keep compulsively checking our phones for that element of, oh, something new, something new, something new. Hence why we're kind of wired, that's why it's as addictive as heroin and cocaine when you are addicted to the internet and smartphone. Finally, people and environment. Have a place and a time when you're alone. That's why tahajjud time is beautiful. You're alone with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is a hadith where Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, imagine the most busiest man, if you were to say most busiest man ever lived. Here he is. Oops, I think you've turned off that mic. Here he is, that he's a father, he's a prophet, he's a leader of armies, he is the one who gives khutbahs, he's the one who teaches his community. But imagine one day he just goes out alone and goes and sits on the edge of a well and sits there on his own. And then Abu Bakr as-Siddiq comes, and then Umar al-Khattab comes, then Uthman Affan comes. That's it, they sit. They find time to be alone with those themselves or with those close to them. We need time to be alone sometimes. And this is again, husband-wife. Husbands give time for wives to be alone, and wives give time for husbands to be alone. It really helps relationships. Need that space. Could be an hour, could be half an hour. Or say, okay, I understand, this is your zone. It just helps to calm down. Husbands, volunteer, take the kids out for ice cream. Give the wives some time in the morning, just be alone, quiet, no babies crying, half an hour, Same thing, wives, gives the husband some time to come back from work, half an hour, just like calm down, solitude zone. That helps to keep your focus together. Second one, if you can't work in your office or can't work somewhere where it's distracting, change the environment. Go work in a library, go work in a public space, go work in a park, go work in a masjid. Change the environment, that helps you to focus. Fourthly, go outside. Meaning that change the environment, don't sit in your office for so long. Go outside, helps you focus. And finally, wake up early. Wake up early because when the people and environment are normally very quiet around that time. Let's move on to internal distractions. Things like the brother's saying, things are inner thoughts. Internal distractions are the clutter that's distracting you in your mind. Could be thoughts like negative thoughts. I'm bad, I'm stupid, I'm not beautiful, I'm this, I'm that. Reliving the past, and when I was a teenager and that girl said no to me. Right? Concern about the future. Oh my God, when I'm 60 years old, I have kidney failure, what do I do? Negative emotions, envy, jealousy, so on and so forth. So these are thoughts. Then of course are your workspace. Even though they're not internal, but because if your workspace is not organized enough, it affects your mind inside of you. And I'll talk more about this. Disorganized desk, disorganized desktop, disorganized room or office, disorganized house. These are all workspaces that basically can affect you. Then life. Life happens. If you're thinking about different projects, overdue projects, unnecessary commitments. How many volunteering for like 5-6 organizations? You're a member of this, board member of that, of this and that. Unnecessary commitments. Not being able to say no. Family, friends issues. How to manage these internal distractions? I don't know. I have some ideas. Let's share them. 3 effective ways. Number 1, spiritual connection. For your mind to be clear, thought to be clear, it needs to be connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a way that you're always conscious of Him. Because if you're conscious of Him, if you're aware of Him, it will declutter everything in your mind. So declutter your mind from anything that's beyond Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's why salah is a powerful way to clear your mind. Number 2, talk to Allah. What I mean by this is that sometimes you have thoughts in your mind, let's say you had history or future issues or negative emotions, ask Allah, talk to Allah, say, this is what I'm feeling. Have that connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala where you can ask Him and talk to Him and really plead with Him. Number 2, write it down. Sometimes we're carrying a lot of stuff here. Write it down. Again, back to this wonderful, beautiful little thing that I'm carrying here. Highly recommended. Get any empties, basic. There's no special thing. It's just an empty set of pages, okay? But every time, any thought, any idea, anything comes to my mind, I write it down. Anything that's bothering me, I write it down. Anything I write it down. Keeps my mind clear. I don't worry. And also, if you're going through an emotional situation, let's say you're going through a fight, or you're going through some maybe envy or jealousy or something that's really bothering you, write in third person. Don't say, I feel this, I feel this, I feel this. Say, we feel, no, he, she feel this. He, Muhammad, last night felt this towards so-and-so. He felt this way because he did this or she did that. It puts you in an objective position. It's not about you getting emotionally charged. I did it. It's like, oh, actually, and then you realize either how dumb you are, because it's not a big deal after all, or actually it's not that, or you know how to solve it. So put yourself in a third person, and which helps you write objectively. Talk it out. It does help to talk to a mentor, a scholar, or a coach. Talk to people you trust. Don't talk to anybody, family and friends. Oh, it's okay, we'll be fine. It's not helpful. You need to see people who can actually help you. So either a mentor whom you respect, a scholar whom you respect, a coach, somebody who will say, if I talk to this person, he'll give me practical advice to move forward. Sometimes talking to nice and family, they make you feel better, but they don't actually solve the issue. So talk it out in the way someone's non-judgmental. Will not say, oh man, you should have done that. That's bad. You can understand where you're coming from. And then take action. After you give advice, take action.